everyone, and welcome back to Jesse Hecht Creative. Today we're going over the 4-inch Donkey Kong and 4-inch Diddy Kong from Jakks Pacific. Before we begin, make sure to hit that like button and smash that subscribe button. Now let's get to it. Here is the box for Diddy Kong. We have Diddy Kong over here with a DK barrel over here. Wonder who's in it. Donkey Kong maybe? Donkey Kong's name over here. Diddy Kong with DK barrel over here. Warnings and stuff with Jakks logo on the back. We have Diddy Kong doing a cool pose. Articulation. Donkey Kong over here. A little bio. Donkey Kong's little buddy. He's famous for his quickness and his long tail. He spent some time playing music and competing in races. He's also an expert at using barrels. Yep, that's Diddy Kong. Let's check him out and open up and see what's inside. Here's Diddy Kong's head. It looks really nice. Very on model with the character. The ear's really cute, how it leads right into the jaw. Really great. Very elongated mouth over here. Very nice looking. Even have little indents for the nose right there. And the other ear over here. The eyes are nice too. They're not as well painted as I thought. Looking really closely, there's some sort of dappling texture to that. It isn't really that great. The eyes have a little nice kind of brown around them. Very, very faint though. It's kind of hard to see that brown. But yeah, it's going to be okay though. On the back, we have some nice texturing for the fur. Mostly around the face as well. And the hat on top is Nintendo on top. I wish it said Rare, but we are not in the 90s anymore, are we? The back of the hat has a little strap that's attached together, and it's all really nicely done and works out great for Diddy Kong. Super cool. The body's pretty cool as well. Tank top with the stars on it. We've seen that before on Diddy Kong. Little belly over here with a belly button. And the arms look really nice too. They do have pins though. That's fine, I guess. Very dark colored fur, by the way. Very nicely done on that. And the tail is really great too. And some more stars on the back as well. Looking really great. It's like a nice S curve. Really wonderful for this. Diddy Kong's legs are in a pre-bent squat pose, which is fine, I guess. The feet look really nicely done too, with all the little logos and stuff on the very bottom, as I like it and love it. And it's really great. There's also some nice little sort of fur coming down over here. It's not really fully flat. It's kind of spiked and jagged a little bit, representing fur. That's really nicely done for that. He looks really wonderful as far as this figure goes, and the whole sculpt work is phenomenal. As far as accessories goes, Diddy Kong comes with a DK barrel. This is a really great piece. It's very hollow, easy to pick up, easy to roll a little bit. It can roll over the letters, which are popping out a little bit from the sides. That's amazingly done. I love the paintwork on this too. DK in a great font that we've seen before. The metal sort of stripes around the barrel, keeping it together, look nice as well. And these stripes that represent all the individual planks of wood are done in gray, and they're really great. It doesn't really paint over that much on the seams, which would have been an awesome thing to see, but this is a really great piece and a very big piece of history for Donkey Kong fans. And as far as articulation goes for Diddy, the head can go left and right however far you want, all the way around. The tail can move left and right and all the way around. The arms can move sort of up and down a little bit, not too great, and all the way around. Pretty much going to move the head though. Go up this far pretty nicely and down. You get a swivel on the wrist for both arms at least. It works out really nicely for that as well. You do get great leg articulation going back all the way around and then up this far on the knee and then down as well, and then a swivel this far and a swivel this far with the other foot. And you do get a little bit of outward, which is pretty cool. You could sit down a little bit and just contemplate the world. And Diddy Kong is a really nice figure. I love his articulation, and he's just really cute and wonderful. This is a great version of a character we haven't seen in a while. And here is the new 4-inch Diddy Kong next to the old 4-inch Diddy Kong, and I have to say that the new one is much better. Not only does it have better articulation, but also better coloration throughout. Much darker, vibrant colors as opposed to the more washed out colors of the previous. Don't get me wrong, the other one has served its purpose, but for now, the new one is where it's at, especially with that DK barrel. The 2.5-inch Diddy Kong is great too, even though I wish it was more posable. And the 6-inch Donkey Kong is really big, I think, for all of these figures. With Diddy Kong standing at about 3.5 inches tall, but we're going to see a much smaller Donkey Kong right after this. Hello everyone, and thank you so much for watching so far. Make sure to click like, subscribe, share, and leave a comment. You can also click the bell icon for more creativity. Now let's get back to it. And here's the box for Donkey Kong. The main monkey himself is looking great as always, with another render of Donkey Kong over here. His logo, his name with bananas over here. He looks great. All the legalese over here, and Jakks on the back. Donkey Kong, well, he is content to relax on his island with family and a banana horde. It seems Donkey Kong can never catch a break. I'd love to see some villains for this line too, if we can get them. Some Kremlings, Tikis, Snowmads, whatever. We have articulation over here. Diddy Kong over there, who we just saw, as well as DK doing a thumbs up over here. Now let's check him come out and open the box and check out Donkey Kong. Donkey Kong's head sculpt is unmistakably his. I really love how this looks. The smile is excellent. The gums are really great beneath. Really nicely done on that. It's really great. This little smile over here looks beautiful. The mouth shape is wonderful. And his whole chin is just excellent. Really big. It doesn't really connect though with his ears like Diddy, which I thought was pretty cool. It doesn't really connect with this sort of brow line, which is kind of interesting. But it does get this sort of bug-eyed, fun kind of look, like he's ready to tackle anything. His nose is large. His eyes are sort of beady and have that brown around them. And his hair is unmistakably DK or Jimmy Neutron if you would. There's a little tuft coming out the front and a little spit curl coming out the back. He looks amazingly done as far as the little striations goes for his fur. This is an excellent head sculpt and worthy of Kong. Going down to the body, it's quite muscular and very big, very V-shaped over here, as well as having sort of a heart shape too, interestingly enough. The tie frames everything, looking really nice. It's made of a nice little rubber, movable as well, and really great. The arms are nice too, big and strong and huge and kind of hard to pose. We'll get to that. Very noticeable joints over here, and the hands look pretty good. They could be bigger, I would think. They're all curved though, which is interesting and looking nice. And again, the fur is excellent over here. Some really, really great printing, molding, sculpting, whatever they do. It just looks awesome on the side from this. Looking really great. On the back, it's a really huge back. We have some nice fur going over here, and it's actually, you can like hear it. It's great. You can really see this thing, and he has butt over here. It's really funny and cute. He does have a little belly button too. The chest and the pecs look really great, and it's just an awesome body sculpt for an awesome Kong. His legs are very short and stumpy. You can't extend them, but we'll get to that when we get to the articulation. The toes are kind of big, very huge, almost like beans or something. It's great. And all the logos and stuff are on the bottom of the feet. That's very nice. There is a lot of, not really paint, but just a lot of good sculpt work over here. It looks very nice though and very well done. I do wish there was a little bit of sort of striations and a little bit of like, you know, notches like this on here. That would have been great for this figure, but otherwise it's still pretty good, and legs aren't really the biggest thing for figures, at least aside from standing. Donkey Kong comes with a bunch of bananas. We've seen these before. They're just a bunch of bananas. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 with a stem. They could be colored, but it's fine. They're all just yellow. Let's move on. As far as articulation goes for Donkey Kong, the head is on a really nice swivel. You can go down this far, up this far, side to side, swivel all the way around very nicely. It's a nice pivot and tilt all the way around. You do get up this far in the arm, and you can swivel that as well pretty much. I don't want to really wreck it because I feel like it's sort of grinding against the sides. You can go down this far, in this far, out this far, up. There's a lot of range for this motion. You can go up this far too very nicely. I do feel like kind of grinding against the plastic of the sides though, which is kind of a bummer. You do get in this far and up this far with the arm. It doesn't really go fully out. There's a little bit of bend to it naturally, which is pretty interesting. You get a swivel right over here all the way around, and the same applies for this side over here as well. You also do not get anything for this. His tie is movable all the way around, kind of just hangs though very nicely. His legs are usually in a predetermined squat position that can go down this far and then up this far, sort of in and out a little bit too as well to the body. It's fine though, I guess, and works well. You can get some of a standing pose out of him a little bit. That's neat. The knee goes down this far, up this far for that squat and that bend, and straightening going around this far for the foot and up and down a little bit, and you can pivot it a little bit too. But mostly he'll be in a squatting position, as that is kind of his default for this. He's a very nice figure with some pretty good articulation. He is in the 4-inch line. However, I don't think he's designed to be 4 inches, as we'll see soon. Here is the 4-inch Donkey Kong next to the 2.5-inch Mario, and the 6-inch Donkey Kong next to the 4-inch Mario. I do think this 4-inch Donkey Kong looks really great next to any 2.5-inch figures. It's in much more scale for that, and the 6-inch Donkey Kong can take care of all the 4-inch figures. It's much better that way. I do, however, find that they really softened the face sculpt on Donkey Kong for the new one, and the old one looks really creepy, really big-headed, and really weird. And here's the 4-inch Donkey Kong next to the 4-inch Diddy Kong, as well as their accessories, the DK barrel and the bunch of bananas, looking really nice together. And I do find that while they are wildly out of scale, they are both working well for their specific lines, the 4-inch line and the 2.5-inch line, so everyone is happy. And here's the 4-inch Donkey Kong next to the 2.5-inch Mario and 2.5-inch Donkey Kong with bananas for scale. They both come with bananas, so they'll have to fight over it, but I do think that the 4-inch Donkey Kong is the winner in this book. Now we'll retire the 2.5-inch one, with 4-inch Donkey Kong actually standing at 3.5 inches tall. He's shorter than 4 inches, but really in scale with the 2.5-inch figures. Overall, a barrel blast. Diddy Kong is a great upgrade to the previous figure. As much as I loved that one, this one is miles better. The articulation is much nicer, smoother to hold, and I do love how the coloration is much more vibrant than the previous. The other one's pretty washed out looking, while this one looks basically brand new. The DK barrel is a great accessory. While I do wish it did blow up or break open or something, I still love how it looks, and it's very faithful to the games. Donkey Kong looks really awesome from the outset. However, he looks very much like a toy and not like the character from the games. A lot of spots of articulation aren't really hidden that well, as is on Diddy, and they look way more noticeable on DK. I really love how they updated the face though and made him look more natural, and the tie looks really nice too. The articulation's also really great for this figure. However, I wish he could do a little bit more than just a crouching pose. I do think it's great though that they've made a figure that is much better than the previous 2.5-inch Donkey Kong. This 4-inch Donkey Kong can stand in for that other one any day. And it's also nice to get even more bananas. Maybe eventually with enough Donkey Kongs and enough bananas, I'll build my own banana horde. If you're a fan of Jakks Pacific and Donkey Kong, you probably already have these figures, but if not, I would highly recommend getting both, especially if you're collecting both in 4-inch scale and 2.5-inch scale. But make no mistake, these figures are the best of both worlds for different kinds of collectors. So which one is your favorite, 4-inch Donkey Kong or 4-inch Diddy Kong? Let me know in the comments. Thank you so much for watching Jesse Hecht Creative. Make sure to click like, subscribe, share, and leave a comment. You can also visit us at jessehechtcreative.com for more reviews like this one. Thank you so much for watching, and keep being creative. Stay tuned.